Alright, we're gonna try to make this video straight from the soul and try to do this without a script for it being a video that's, it was a big year for the Denver Broncos. I think the expectations not only met, but they exceeded our expectations for obviously the best way possible. Personally, I didn't think they were even going to make it to the AFC Championship, let alone even just like being top seeded, not just in the AFC West, but in the AFC in general. This blew my expectations out of the water, and that's a good thing. The loss, obviously, it sucks, but next year it shows over for possibly what the expansion of my expectations should be, and even other Bronco fans. This shows me, one, this guy still has it, and the one wearing number 10, he's our guy. He is our guy. If we can keep our defense, that'd be the best case scenario. The unfortunate things that I've figured out over for the season as time progressed on is that, unfortunately, Sutton is not our number one receiver. He shouldn't be our number one receiver. There's been too many moments, not just in big games, but just in moments in general. Unfortunately, he's just dropped a lot of makeable passes. Without J.K. Dobbins, it is obvious to us that our run game is not as strong. R.J. Harvey has done a really, really good job over for what he's been given. Sorry. I think it might be trash day. And McLaughlin, he has a lot of time to progress. But over for Harvey, he took it with stride. There were certain plays that, unfortunately, he needs to be a little bit more patient, or he needs to be a little more creative with. Either figuring out if he has to go through the lane, or if he has to go around or try to make any sort of adjustment mid-play that's not designed in the way that he was called for. Stidham in Stidham we trust, and unfortunately, Denver, in the mile high we fall, as I like to put as my main headline, as I like to say, without all that corny shit. But overall, I was very, very happy on how the season planned out. Of course, it would have been better if we made it to the Super Bowl, but that was blowing my expectations out of the water. For what I was expecting us to be a first-round wildcard team until about halfway through the season, until I seen that Kansas City was just not having the year they were hoping for. Obviously, the Raiders doing Raiders shit. And Justin Herbert, coming into form, progressing still. So the AFC West is going to be a little bit more fun to watch next year. I think it just, unfortunately for this year, it's just, this was the year that if we wanted to be in a Super Bowl sort of contention, or if we wanted to win the Super Bowl, this was the year. And unfortunately, in the second biggest game we were going to play for this season, Bo's ankle just wasn't in the script. But that's all I have to say. I'm excited for next season. And I'm excited over for who we're going to get in the draft. We no longer have Russell Wilson money that we don't have to linger around of our cap space. We can go out and grab some more offensive weapons for Bo, get some more coverage for Bo. Even with our offensive line, it was fucking fantastic. Our defense put up historical numbers this season, and I couldn't be more happy. If we were going to win that game against New England, unfortunately, we needed a pick six. Especially since winter finally decided to come around on the one day where we're like, Nah, we should be fine. We should be fine. Can you imagine if we played that game during prime time around like 6:30? Oh my god. It would have been just like Foxborough. Like Foxborough was fucking covered. It was blanketed in snow. We were just starting to get covered by the start of the third quarter. But again, I appreciate you guys listening over to my little spiel over for this. I don't know if I'm going to be making over for a season recap video other than just this one. We'll see. We'll see. And I do want to give a shout out, even though they have infinitely more publicity and notoriety than I do. I want to say thank you to Tom Grossi and Brandon Perna over for both the Tom Grossi show and also That's Good Sports. That's Good Sports is the number one fucking guy over on this platform when it comes to anything Denver sports related, in my opinion. Regardless if he doesn't really cover much of the Nuggets, the Avalanche. I've seen that one video over for the Rockies and why Dick Mumford should sell the team. That video I watch almost on a monthly basis. I fucking love that video. But anyways, thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you guys over the next couple videos. And also on the live streams. Excuse me. So I will see you guys later. Peace out.